but while you're enjoying the party outside, we are enjoying the party inside Bell MTS Place here. Fans have been walking by, really pumped. There's as much a whiteout in here as there is out there. Folks getting their food and their drinks, getting ready for the game. I had a chance to look inside the empty arena when we got here, and there's whiteout towels on every seat. Now, speaking of the whiteout, what is a Winnipeg playoff game without the whiteout? Coming up, I'm going to be talking to some local street vendors about the special spin that they have put on whiteout gear. Also, we're going to be getting some insight into the enemy. Yes, I'm talking about the Minnesota Wild. We're going to be talking to a reporter who covers the Wild, and she's going to give us a little bit of an idea about how the Wild are prepping, how they're feeling about their first playoff game against the Winnipeg Jets coming up. Janet, back to you.
Thanks very much, Marjorie. The enemy, so much for friendly Manitoba, all goes up in smoke whenever we're talking Stanley Cup here. We want that cup to come home. Nellie Gonzalez joins me now. Nellie, you've been talking to some of those fans who would so love to see this team, the Winnipeg Jets, go far into these playoffs. You were talking to them yesterday at the Iceplex, and people were pretty excited.
They're very, very excited, and today what I noticed a little different is that fans are actually a little more nervous about tonight's game. I mean, this is a big moment for Winnipeg Jets fans, but I'm also noticing, or I noticed today, that a lot of people were panicking at the last minute, looking for whiteout merchandise at the last minute. Take a look.
I'm torn. I don't know. How much are they?
They are $49.99.
Many people piled into the Jet store on Portage Avenue over the lunch hour, looking for anything white, T-shirts, jerseys, hoodies. The store was so packed with last-minute shoppers, the lineups went around the entire store. This woman is shopping for her daughter.
I am. She actually saw it at a girl at school, had a bunch of them. She's like, I really like this white We Are Winnipeg hoodie. And I'm like, okay, I'll see if I can find it. So she found it over there.
Oh, this is the best value one at $99, but definitely, yeah, I'm sure everyone here is ready for, I guess, the big whiteout party today.
Paulette Trewin is from Brandon. She checked into her Winnipeg hotel early and said she's noticed Jets fans in the city from all over Canada.
And it isn't just Brandon. It's like we see lots of vehicles from Saskatchewan on the road here, and everybody's wearing Jets hats and coats. And
Corey Siddle was excited to show off her little granddaughter who dressed up for the whiteout.
We're very excited. I'm glad to see the Jets are calm about it, but we're not so calm about it.
And she's not the only Jets fan who's a bundle of nerves today.
Well, I had a hard time getting to sleep last night, so it's excitement, a lot of excitement. But I think we'll, not wanting to jinx anything, but I think we'll be able to handle Minnesota.
The party on Donald Street is expected to be packed for fans who aren't able to watch the Jets game at Bell MTS Place. Winnipeg transit buses, fire trucks are all showing their support for their hockey team. Winnipeg bars are expected to cash in tonight. Silver Heights Bar has extra staff on and is marking the playoff occasion tonight with a Jets special.
Well, the Minnesota Wild Boar Balls, so they're meatballs, of course. We had so much success with San Jose Shark Bites that I decided that all my customers said, well, you got to do something for every kind of playoff team. Whoever we're playing, you got to have.
And of course, Nellie, Winnipeg police are getting in on the action tonight as well.
Actually, yes, they actually have a message for fans out there today to be careful, be safe, but have fun. I mean, Winnipeg police officers, if you notice tonight, they are walking around with white caps on to commemorate the event tonight. So they're all walking around with some white special caps, you know, to remember the event and just to honor it.
And just so you know, it's a huge deal to have a police officer change a part of their uniform.
It really is.
They're not allowed to do that. It took special permission and great community spirit for them to embrace it that much.
That's right. They did say that today.
Thank you so much, Nellie.
You're welcome.
Our Nellie Gonzalez reporting live for us tonight. Now, so Nellie has been talking to the fans. I wonder how the players are feeling now. Now, of course, they're trained professionals who always say they're just focusing on the next game, right? Well, let's check in with Marjorie Dallas because she's been going through tape of today's skate and she might have some intel on this. Marjorie?
Well, you're right, Janet. Both the Wild and the Jets took to the ice earlier today. Of course, both teams getting ready for Game 1, which kicks off tonight. Jet stars Blake Wheeler, Patrick Laine, Mark Scheifele all stressed the importance of sticking to their game plan. Jets coach Paul Maurice said he expects the Wild to play a simple game. He has coached against Wild coach Bruce Boudreau before. Boudreau said he and Maurice know what to expect from each other. The Wild coach also said he is very well aware the Jets are favored to win this series.
I'm sure we know where Winnipeg stands, and rightfully so. They won 9 out of 10. They're the second overall in the league, and I can see why teams are picking them all. But we're here. We're going to play the game. We're glad we're invited to play. So we'll give it our best shot.
Game 2 of the series is on Friday starting at 6:30. Then the series will shift to St. Paul for 2 games, Sunday at 6, then Tuesday at 7. If necessary, back in Winnipeg on next Friday for Game 5. Game 6 will be on Sunday back in Mini, and if it goes to a full 7 games, that game will be played on Wednesday. As I mentioned, coming up, we've covered a lot about the Jets, but we want to know a little bit about the Minnesota Wild, and I'm going to be talking to a reporter who covers the Wild. She is here in Winnipeg, and she's going to give us a little bit of insight into how the Minnesota Wild are prepping for the beginning of this series. Janet?
Okay, thanks very much. And Marjorie, as you mentioned, of course, there's going to be another home game on Friday, and every time Winnipeg hosts a playoff home game, there's going to be one of these street parties. So if you missed today's party, it looks like fun, you want to come down on Friday, remember, you'll be able to do that as well. Every time Winnipeg hosts a playoff game. They were suggesting that you bring a lawn chair if you want to sit and watch the game here, because there's big screens set up. You can sit and watch the game. I don't know where you'd put a lawn chair, but perhaps off on the side. Just a thought for next time. And it's, fantastic that they have the big screens here so people can watch the game, because it's not easy to get a ticket to go inside the building and watch the game. Ticket giant StubHub was advertising playoff tickets for more than $1,000 American for a seat, one seat here tonight. For many people, taking in a Jets practice at the Iceplex, well, that's a great way to get up close to the team this week. So CBC hit the rink, actually, to find out if Jets fans would be willing to pay something close to $1,000 US just to see them play in person.
I would, but as a season ticket holder, I can't bring myself to selling it for that much. That's bad.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. It's a big hockey town, and people are out to make a buck, and people will pay it.
If I was going to be at home this week, yeah, I would think about it seriously, yes.
Just for one single ticket?
One single ticket. We've waited a long time to see the Jets move up in the standings, and I think the city of Winnipeg deserves to have a team this good because of the fans here.
Well, I'm listening to the fun here at this party. So many people are here talking about this game tonight and getting excited about it. I'm joined now by Dana Spiring. Come on in. Dana's here to prove that, yes, I am indeed the shortest TV host ever. She's also here because she's one of the people who helped organize this, one of a major army of people who helped organize this. Dana is president and CEO of Economic Development Winnipeg. That's the organization that, together with the city and also with True North, organized this party. Dana, why did you want to do this?
You know what? We knew that Jets fans wanted somewhere to celebrate. We knew they wanted to come out and be a part of this game. There's 15,000 people that have tickets, but there's thousands more that want to be a part of it. So this is our way to give back to Winnipeggers and give everybody a safe, fun place to come and celebrate.
And Dana tells me there are people here with lawn chairs.
There's a whole stack of people right up by the screen that brought their lawn chairs, parked themselves early, and they're ready to watch.
So that is the key for Friday.
So get here early.
That's always the way.
It is. We didn't quite expect the crowds we have tonight, so this is pretty great.
What were you expecting? Well, it's a little cold in April in Winnipeg, but Winnipeggers are hardy, so we knew there'd be a crowd. This is even bigger than we expected, so we're really excited about it. Well, it is a fantastic community feeling down here, but there are some people who are going to be concerned because you have beer concessions over there. Like, people can buy alcohol here and drink it. So some folks are going to think that's just an invitation for trouble. They'll be worried people will get drunk and disorderly. What do you have to say about that?
You know what, we've got a very extensive safety plan in place. You'll see, in addition to the beer vendors, we've got police officers everywhere. We've got the downtown biz who are doing safety. I mean, we want a great environment for Winnipeggers to have fun, and we do that pretty well as a community. We come together when there's big events, and we can have fun and be safe. So that's our message to everybody. Have a great time, be safe, and enjoy this.
We will. Thanks so much, Dana.
Thank you.
Dana Sparring from the Economic Development Winnipeg, one of the hosts of tonight's event. Of course, with the city and True North are putting this on, and they're going to do it every single home game. Marjorie Dowhouse, what do you think? Every single home game? Should we come down here and do the show live?
I think so. I have never seen anything like this before. It is pretty crazy down here. If you're not down here right now, you should check it out because, I mean, really, when's the last time we saw something like this? And maybe when's the next time we're going to see something like this? Well, we've been talking about the Jets, and as I mentioned, we want to learn a little bit more about our opponents. That's the Minnesota Wild. Sarah McClellan is a reporter who covers the Wild for the Minnesota Star Tribune. She's here in Winnipeg, and she joins me now. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Thank you for joining us today. Now, I want to get a little bit of insight from you about the Wild. You've been covering the Wild now for about how long? About a year?
This season, yeah, I actually started earlier this season.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about what you think the chances are of the Wild against the Jets.
Well, they're the underdog coming into this series, and it's kind of a different scenario for them because last year they were the favorite in their first round playoff series, and now the tables have turned. They are an underdog, and I think the Jets obviously are coming off a franchise best season. Probably the pressure's on them, so I think the Wild have embraced this role where they're under the radar, not as many maybe outside expectations for them, but they're embracing it. They've had a quality season, and I think they feel confident in their chances.
Now, what do you think are some of the strengths that the Wild have against the Jets? A lot of people have talked about how the Wild are really good at plugging up the neutral zone. How are they going to, what's their game plan, do you think it's going to be against the Jets?
Well, they're going to be a tough out all over the ice. They're ferocious on the forecheck. They are going to plug up the neutral zone and try to be sturdy in their own end, but it's an inexperienced blue line. They're missing some key players like Orion Suter, who's very experienced, so a little bit of inexperience on that back end, but they compete, and that's kind of their identity this season. They've had to weather a lot of adversity, and their experience. That's one edge they have over the Jets. They have two players that have won a combined 3 Stanley Cups. They've got a lot of guys that have been here before.
Okay, now, what do you think the strengths are for the Jets? I mean, you have to have a little bit of insight on how Winnipeg is going to do here.
Yeah, for sure. I think that offense is very impressive. Obviously, with Patrick Laine's 44 goals, they're going to be tough to stop, and I think that's probably what this series could boil down to. Can the Wild's new look defense hold up and stop a very high-scoring Jets team? That might be the battle to watch this entire series.
Now I want to ask you one more question. You know a little bit about rivalries. Some people might say, how have you covered hockey? You're a Canadian girl, so we know rivalries between the Wild and the Jets, but you and I know a little bit about rivalries because you grew up in Edmonton.
Right, I'm from Edmonton originally. I grew up mostly in Arizona, but I was born there, grew up watching the Oilers, so I remember the Flames and Oilers Battle of Alberta, so I'm interested to see if this rivalry between the Jets and the Wild can reach that level.
All right. I grew up in Calgary, by the way, so I know a little about rivalries. Well, Sarah, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and we know that you're going to have fun here in Winnipeg, just as we're going to have fun covering the Jets in Minneapolis. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's Sarah McClellan. She is a reporter. She covers the Wild for the Minnesota Star Tribune. Now, to see what's happening traffic-wise, because it's a little bit of a mess here downtown, let's send it to CBC's Sabrina Carnavale.
Well, if you plan on attending the Winnipeg Whiteout street party tonight, there are a couple things you need to know ahead of time. Now, Donald is completely closed, southbound Donald, in between Portage Avenue and Graham, to accommodate that street party, and it will be closed until tomorrow morning. That's Thursday, April 12th at 1 a.m. That's when it's set to reopen. Also, if you plan on taking Winnipeg Transit this evening, there are some reroutes that have been set up because of some of those bus stops along Graham. So make sure you check your schedule ahead of time. You can also call 311 for that information, and just provide yourself with a little bit of extra time. Most alternative routes in that vicinity, well, it's going to be Main Street and Osborne. Those will be the busiest routes to accommodate that Donald Street closure, and you can always check the City of Winnipeg website for updates on that closure as well, citywinnipeg.ca. Back to you, Janet.
It's not the final version, but Canada and 7 First Nations have signed an agreement in principle to transfer some of the Kapyong Barracks land into Indigenous hands. The valuable property has been the subject of years of legal battles and an eyesore of crumbling buildings in Winnipeg's Tuxedo neighborhood. CBC reporter Sean Kavanagh has more on what the future development might look like and the symbolism of today's agreement.
Hundreds of members of the 7 First Nations packed into the main hall of Assiniboia Downs for the signing. Court cases and negotiations going back more than a decade led to today's agreement.
It's been a long battle. It really has.
The 64-hectare site has been empty since 2004, when the Department of National Defence moved its soldiers to Shiloh. Today, an agreement in principle, where the First Nations would get approximately 110 acres to develop as an urban reserve. A deal absolutely historic and potentially very lucrative.
I think it's $1 billion, in some ways $1 billion opportunity or more.
One of the major questions, what will Treaty 1's development look like?
I think we're looking at condo development, we're looking at government, commercial space, arts, culture, Indigenous War Museum, cadet programs, Indigenous cadet programs, green space, convention space, hotel space.
But Meaches and his partners say before a single building goes up, there's another deal to be worked out.
For us, Treaty 1, the forefront of our discussions was, okay, what about Kenniston? Everybody knows that it is a stretch of roadway that needs a lot of upgrading, I guess.
Negotiations on widening Kenniston will start immediately with the City of Winnipeg. Several First Nations leaders took time to say to non-Indigenous people, don't be afraid of an urban reserve.
When we first started talking about urban reserves, we had to get rid of the misconceptions. Everybody thought, oh boy, urban reserves, there's going to be a bunch of turned over cars and skinny dogs running all over. No, it's not like that. This is a good thing.
There are many details to be completed, though the financial issues have been worked out but not released. The Department of National Defence will start demolishing the 40 buildings on the base this May. Sean Kavanagh, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg police are asking for your help locating a man wanted for second-degree murder. 42-year-old Gilbert Chartrand was stabbed to death at an apartment complex at the corner of Agnes and Sargent 1 week ago. Police have already arrested one man, 28-year-old Farron Henderson, but 24-year-old Jerome Devin Kakagamic is still wanted. Police say he is armed and dangerous and should not be approached. If you see him, call police. The Winnipeg Police Association is applauding a local bar for enforcing a no gang color policy and is encouraging more businesses to do the same. 2 weeks ago, Dale Kelland, the president of the Manitoba Nomads, a local chapter of the Hells Angels, launched an online boycott of 2 businesses he said discriminated against his gang members. Hundreds of bikers and their friends took to social media to give the Headingley Sport Shop and Marion Hotel 1-star reviews. They later turned their attention to the Marion Street Eatery after the hotel took down its Facebook page. Winnipeg Police Association Vice President George Van Mackelberg says before he was a police officer, he was a soldier and believed strongly in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. But he says when people choose to be a member of a criminal organization, they have to accept it will come with consequences.
The worst thing that people can do is not to shine a light on this kind of activity. Many organizations, criminal organizations, rely on intimidation. That's their first step. And you'll never get out from underneath them if you knuckle. The worst thing that can happen to organizations like this is to have a spotlight shone on them, because it'll affect it will eventually affect their illegal businesses and activity.
The U.S. Cyberbullying Research Center calls the Hells Angels online boycott a form of cyberbullying known as mobbing. Van Mackelberg says anyone who's been to the Marion Street Eatery and had a good experience should consider posting their own reviews to counter the biker gang's online attack. Well, Manitobans who earn minimum pay will get a wage hike this fall. The minimum wage is going up 20 cents on October 1st from $11.15 an hour to $11.35. The province's Growth, Enterprise and Trade Minister says the adjustment will ensure Manitoba stays competitive with other provinces. Having a look at our weather, as you can see, clouds have been creeping in over the last hour in southern Manitoba, which could bring a little bit of rain to start and then some light snow and slightly stronger winds. The north is remaining relatively clear. Now tomorrow we'll see a mix of sun and cloud to start the day in Winnipeg, but we are back to the sunshine tomorrow afternoon and clear skies through most of the province. And that's the way it's expected to stay until mid next week. So for tonight in Winnipeg, we're looking at a low of 0 degrees. Some flurries are on the way, not a whole lot of it though. Winds out of the northeast at about 15 to 20 kilometers an hour. By tomorrow morning, we'll be waking up to about -5 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud and slightly stronger winds out of the north. And by tomorrow afternoon, we should hit a high of 0 with sunny skies ahead, but stronger winds gusting to about 40 kilometers an hour. For our long-range forecast, Friday is shaping up to be a sunny day and it's going to continue straight through the weekend. 0 is our high on Friday, still dropping down to the low double digits into the overnight hours. Saturday, also sunny with a high of 1 degree. And Sunday, we're looking at sunny skies with a high of 3 degrees.
The weather update is brought to you by the Honda Dream Garage event at Winnipeg Honda. Purchase or lease a new Honda this month and be entered to win your purchase at Winnipeg Honda in the Waverly Auto Mall. CBC, Canada's Olympic Network.
At Nissan, intelligent mobility technologies are built into every road. Standard technologies that can help apply the brakes for you, help maintain a set distance, and connect you. It's ALG award-winning value to help you conquer every day. Get into the well-equipped Rogue from the equivalent of $59 weekly during Nissan factory-approved days. Or get rates as low as 0% on other select models. Hurry, ends April 30th.
My kids have questionable taste in fashion, but they have great taste in cereal. Malto Meal. My kids love it for its taste, and I love it for its price. Is it Scuba Day? Superhero Day?
Can an anti-dandruff shampoo give you smooth, manageable hair? Sarah tested her current shampoo.
So tangled. Let's try the other side.
And new Dove Dermaplus Care.
Wow.
New Dove Dermaplus